yes, this is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele Report. May 17th, 2017. And indeed, I am back in my own backyard, because now that's what you really got to take care of these days, isn't it? MYOB, mind your own business. But you know, Mars in Gemini is not so excited about minding its own business. And Jupiter in Libra is not that excited about minding its own business either. Anyway, and Moon in Aquarius is all about friends and groups and associations, so wow. Just where does your backyard stop and your neighbors begin anyway? On a symbolical level, if we are all one. I'm going to talk more about that a little bit, because today is a wild and crazy paradoxical report. Moon's in Aquarius, trine Jupiter today, trine Mars a little later on, tomorrow. You know, she moves into Pisces. And, you know, moving through Pisces, coming around on Sunday. She moves into Aries until Tuesday, moves into Taurus. Yeah. So, what we've got here is the Sun square the Moon. The Moon right on the nodes. This is a very powerful square because it involves the nodal axis. Okay, that Sun moves into Gemini on Saturday. Yeah, but just before moving into Gemini, she's going to square the Moon's nodes and square the Moon. The square is 28 degrees. So the Sun is at 28 degrees of Taurus. Moon, 28 degrees of Aquarius. On the South Node with the North Node at 28 degrees of Leo. A very powerful square, and I'm going to talk about that. And then of course the Sun moves on to Gemini, and things this weekend are going to lighten up on Saturday when that Sun goes into Gemini, joining Mars in Gemini, Venus moving through Aries. We got some fire and air going on here, so it's going to really, you know, things are picking up. Saturn is in trine to Uranus this whole week, okay, and Saturn is still square Chiron, but that trine to Uranus is exact on Thursday, and it's, you know, that is a very powerful trine that, you know, indicates a whole bunch of stuff going on this year. I'm going to talk more about that. And last but not least, I'd say the biggie here. Look at these bananas. Yeah, check it out. It's the banana dong. The bell. Ring that bell, baby. We got the bananas happening. But the big thing is Venus opposite Jupiter. And Jupiter in conjunct to Neptune. This is what I really want to talk about in this report today. Okay? This is about the relationship, you know, situation here. Venus and Aries. Powerful, independent, opposite Jupiter. Wanting more connection. Yeah, in relationship. And the in conjunct, the Quincunx to Pisces. Jupiter came forward and had its first in conjunct to Neptune over there on October 22nd of last year. Then and now it's retrograde. Okay, so it's, you know, it's happening right now as of today. Jupiter is exactly Quincunx Neptune retrograde, and finally, you know, Jupiter's going to go direct next month in June and come back July 14th. No, the 4th of July. Oh my God. The 4th of July. Jupiter is going to do its final. So it's from October of 16 until July of 17. We've got this Jupiter-Neptune energy going on. And it's really something that's kind of, you know, it's not hitting you in the face. It's kind of an undercurrent underlying this whole time period. So that's what I want to go in with you today. So let me look at the camera. Here we go. Okay. It's a crazy day, man. Moon in Aquarius. I've got everything to say, I've got nothing to say. I've got Jupiter, Quincunx, Neptune. Let's talk about it. Oh my God, opposite Venus. This is just like too much, too much, too much, too much. I mean, Jupiter is excess, okay? And let's look at this inconjunct aspect. First of all right, it's not 150 degrees, okay, because Jupiter has gone all the way around past the opposition, okay, to 210 degrees. So it is a Scorpio inconjunct, not a Virgo inconjunct. Two different kinds of inconjuncts, 150 degrees and 210 degrees, okay? And they're very different. One has a Virgo flavor, okay? The other has a Scorpio flavor. So this is a Scorpio flavor. I need to control. It's like intense. So last week we had this, like, I feel like a seething volcano, okay? But what does Jupiter Neptune want to do? Okay, run. Freedom. Imagine. Fly. Go to the top of the mountain. Go out into no man's land. Go into meditation. Go into nirvana. It's just like, woo! You know, and how can you control that? I mean, it's like really, this is like a real big time where it's hard to like stay in our bodies. It's hard to stay in our feet, you know, grounded, rooted. Very interesting for this square moon, the third quarter square moon. The sun, there in Taurus, is two cobblers working at a bench. Yeah? And this is understanding, getting in our feet, okay, understanding Taurus, earth sign, you know, and really hammering this thing out. And it's square the moon's nodes. And the one moon's nodes is what? It's a mermaid, you know, shooting up out of the water, okay? And the other is a butterfly breaking out of a chrysalis. Okay, you know, these 29 degrees of Leo, 29 degrees of Aquarius. And this is just like so Jupiter, Neptune. It's just like expansion, opportunity. This is a time where what? We can overcommit. We can be overly convicted. And through our convictions or our beliefs or our optimism, you know, it's like Trump can say, I'm going to just like take care of everything. Okay, you know, or like everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be groovy. Everything is wonderful. Everything is, you know, we can go into these places, okay, of imagination, of illusion that are just like, whoo, where we, you know, we feel like we can have it all or we want it all. But now it's like, it's kind of an interesting time. This Mars trining that Jupiter from Gemini, Venus opposing that Jupiter from Aries, okay, and Saturn trine Uranus. I'm going to say that, you know, this is a time where it's like really wanting. I feel like this whole aspect of this year from last October all the way around to August is helping humanity embrace, get used to, become more comfortable with living in a paradox. It's not either or, it's both and more. The masculine says, yes, I need my freedom. Nothingness, emptiness, no commitment, no this, no that, and then I want to just like go. This is total Jupiter freaking Neptune, man. And the feminine, I want connection, I want unity, I want merging and oneness. I want to just like, you know, dive into you, have you dive into me, and just like go there together. Yeah, and there's this like, yeah, it's like I have to be true to myself, Venus in Aries, and you know, I have to, you know, like be open. I learn and grow through reflection and intimacy and mirrors and other people. So it's like there's this whole kind of thing happening, yeah, that can be happening in our relationships, especially. Should I stay or should I go? Okay, am I in or am I out? Well, I am in and I'm out. Well, I'm checking this and I'm checking that. And, I know everything, I know nothing. I want everything, I want nothing. There's these coexisting, dualistic desires. We live in a third dimensional world that is polarized. And yet, we are infinite spiritual beings here to embrace, unite, integrate, become more aware of how these polarities need each other to do the dance, and not be swinging from one, pointing fingers at the other, oh, no, 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 and then, like, finding ourselves over at the other. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, this is the time where, yes, there is gravity. No, there is not gravity. Yes, there is fate, and yes, there is free will. And yes, there is divine natural law, and yes, the truth is subjective. And yes, I mean, you just go on. It's like when you point to any truth or any belief or anything you've got, guess what? You can play the devil's advocate. And this is what Jupiter in Libra is going to do. It's going to create somebody outside you, okay, that is going to test you, that is going to challenge you, that is going to want to pull you out of your comfort zone, out of your known. And right now, where's that? Aquarius, South Node in Aquarius. I'm going to be talking about it for 1.5 years. What's Aquarius? Okay, in my head, outside my body, extraterrestrial intelligence, living in a glass bubble, in my Learjet, looking down my nose at everybody. My arrogant know-it-all self is above this, crude, rude lions and tigers in the jungle and the planet of the apes. No, I'm sophisticated. Okay, I'm political. I'm international. Like, really. Okay? And this North Node is calling us out. Calling us out of the head, calling us out of our, knowledge base. Okay, and it's when you play the game, when you get down in there, when you gamble, when you take a chance, when you dance the dance. It's not watching the dance. It's not being the, it's what? It's scary to come in, come down off of that, the bird perched on the branch. I can think of, It's hard, the bird doesn't like it down on the ground. It's like, okay, there's snakes and there's other stuff that can kill the frickin' bird. The lion in the jungle is dangerous. This is a dangerous time. And we know ourselves through danger. We see ourselves through challenge, through testing, through confrontation, through, really entering into the dance. Yeah? And not trying to control it. This Scorpio Quincunx is trying to control. So I'm going to say, and I might not be agreeing with a lot of other astrologers. A lot of other astrologers are going to say, look out, you could make wrong choices now. You can be over-optimistic and you can go too far and not know your boundaries and blah, 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 blah. But, I'm going to come at this from another angle. Because I think we're emerging out, okay, of 6,500 years of patriarchal conditioning where we don't know and we are not enough and we should stay small and we should be afraid of our imagination and our and I'm going to say I'm going to say, like, this is really a time, okay, where I'm not saying that you should, like, take out $100,000 loan, okay, and buy a speedboat. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying be stupid. But I'm saying that there is a tendency in the general human condition to not trust the inner voice, to not trust that we are connected to the divine, To not trust that our intuition is going to guide us, you know, and we can let go. Just like the enlightened guru says, you must be willing to lose everything, let go of everything to enter the gates of nirvana. And this is a time where it's scary. It can be scary. I liken it to like two different images come to me, for, you know, for this kind of energy today. One is, I don't know if you've gone downhill skiing, but like if you go downhill skiing like I am, and you're not very good at it, but you want to do it anyway, so you like go to the, you know, you go to the black diamond run, and you go shooting down, and obviously what? You go faster than you can control, yeah? And it is super scary, because you could break a leg, okay, smash your skull, you know, go off a cliff or somewhere, and it's super exciting. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, you know, this is exciting, but I'm gonna, and that fear comes up, and then you breathe into it, you know, and you know, that's one image where we can really be feeling. This is a Jupiter in conjunct Neptune. The other one, yeah, would be like the sailboat taking off of the pier, right? You let go of the ropes, and your sails aren't up yet, okay? You're not sailing. Let's say it's a sailboat with no motor, okay? And the wind is kind of, you know, the wind is blowing, and you don't have your sails up, and you're not tied to the dock, and you're kind of in this place where like you're out of control, right? And if you can go through these waters, trusting that control will come back, and that you don't always need to be in control. This is where you can really dance, play, sing, enjoy, move through life with free choice, free will. And that free will is about smiling, embracing that, you know what, I don't need to know everything. I don't have to have all the answers. I don't have to have all the money. You know, things are, you know, houses and people and everything is going to come and go in and out of my life, and I'm going to make it. Yeah, I mean, I am a spirit soul being. You know, I am not just, you know, flesh and blood and bones. Come on. We are more than that, and that's really what this aspect is asking us. Yeah, in my take these days. So yeah, you know, if I am going to dance, I've got to move. Not fight the flow, but feel the groove. Not get all twisted by the paradox, but come out smiling like the Jack in the Box. It can be wild and it can be fun, let's face it, man. You know, Venus and Aries, Mars and Gemini, Jupiter and Libra. It's like, yeah, let's get this party started. You know, Jack in the Box. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to say it one more time. Yeah. And if I'm going to dance, I've got to move. Let me get this better. Not fight the flow, but feel the groove. Not get twisted by the paradox, but come out smiling like a Jack in the Box. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.